Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sundazed and Confused, number 138, here on the Smart Poker YouTube channel. And as always, my wife, Crispy Wannabe, is here beside me.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Sundays.
Don't know what I'm doing.
I often find that I don't know what I'm doing either, but most of the time I wing it. And if you stay quiet, people really can't tell.
I lost.
That you're lost or that you're off in another like dimension in your mind, or you're on some type of vacation in your head. So you're not alone, Smart. You're not alone.
I think I got it up there. There it is.
Oh, you were talking about the buttons. Yeah. I, too, also know what it's like to have trouble with the fat fingers hitting buttons that aren't supposed to be hit. There's our good buddy Art Man. Cheers, buddy.
I'm always on vacation in my head.
That's where I like to be. I find myself so often going places that are really cool. That's why I do it. And we got OK Jace coming along with his beautiful garden.
Oh my.
What's happening, guys?
Good to see you guys.
Nice. Thanks. You guys have a good Thanksgiving, everybody?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys had a swell one as well.
Got all the tryptophan you can handle.
I had a ham, so I didn't get any turkey this year.
Smart says, I'm jive turkey enough, so we didn't have turkey either.
I believe that. Home skillet.
Hey, seed person, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Cheers, buddy.
How's it going?
It's good to see you, seed person, and Ice and I. It's a party now.
It's a good day. Indeed.
It is. Indeed.
Are you guys really the sizes that I bought?
Yep.
That's fucking awesome. I was at the $5 and below store and I found some t-shirts. I found one that I liked for me, and then I found one that it was perfect for Smart and Crispy. But they only had them in like double XL or medium, so I was like, fuck it. And then a large for me. And it turns out those are the right sizes.
Yeah.
I often get an XLT because I'm skinny but tall. So I need like a longer one. I tuck my shirts in off most times, you know.
And around these parts, we go with a one tuck, one no tuck. I go medium, no tuck.
Yes. But that's pretty cool that you found that. And thank you for the gift.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, seed person. That's very thoughtful.
Sure. You guys give me a place to hang out twice a week all year long. Of course, I'm going to think about you a lot because I'm talking to you a lot.
If we lived closer, you guys could come over every day, smoke down. We could all travel to each other's houses. I imagine my tolerance would be so high because I'd be like, I want to go to Seed Person's, then we're going to hit Art Man's. Okay, why don't we just all invite him over here?
Yeah.
You know, let's just do that.
Yeah, we could find a centralized location and just all get together and migrate there.
Let's buy an island.
Yeah, I like that island idea.
Well, I'm not. We have to take a boat. Smart wouldn't fly.
Meet me at the park bench down the road.
We'll get them there by boat.
Yep.
We'll make our own TV show like Fantasy Island, but we'll call it Weed Island.
There you go.
That's actually a good idea.
Welcome to Cannabis Island.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Art Man can do the intro for sure.
What happens when you bring an invasive plant species to a native island and see what happens? Yeah, and then plant the shit out of it all over the place.
It would be stoned and afraid for sure.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Remember, fellas, all ideas, monetary ideas thought of here on the Smart Poker Show are thereby trademarked and/or I don't know.
Hey, as long as you cut me in.
Hey, that Weed Island's a good idea. I'm thinking like that would be a cool show. I definitely would tune into.
It would become like the #1 tourist destination in the world overnight. If you told
Yep.
people there's an island that has weed growing all over it, you just go smoke as much as you want. Like, fuck, man.
Hey, I saw that movie. That was The Beach, man. Leo DiCaprio.
There's no shops, there's no pubs, there's no tourism and stuff. Just smoking and chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
you've
would
got to
you
bring
be
a
able to
tent
call
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be able to call yourself an island boy? You guys seen them dudes? The island boys? They're like freak shows with these tattoos on their eyelids, and they like, I think they rap or something. They're two young dudes that are wild as hell. I see them, yeah.
Can't fight though, can they?
You ever see them dudes? Isn't that what they call themselves? The Island Boys or
I
something?
think I do recall seeing.
40-acre island. That's it, caveman. 40 acres would be nice. That's just for me and my wife. Where's everybody else going to go? 40 acres and a mule.
You know, I always said that if I buy land, the next place that I go is going to be a larger acreage. But here's the thing I want on it more than anything. I want a cave.
Ooh.
So then you have two layers. You buy the land, and then you get also the space underneath it, too.
Good point.
That's pretty cool.
Make sure you get mineral rights. That's a good idea. We drove through a state that had a lot of caves. What was it? Missouri? Was that Missouri? The cave state shit?
All of Appalachia is full of caves.
Oh, yeah. Lots of caves.
Mammoth Caves
Yeah,
down there. I went through that.
There's a cave system nearby. Well, we were lucky enough to go in when we were younger. All the locals got to tour this cave, and too many people needed to be rescued, so they actually put bars on the covering. Like, you can't go in it anymore, but you know, only the locals know about it.
Yeah, and you know what else they did? They labeled it a bat sanctuary. I think that was their way of shutting it down to the public, you know, because there is some bats that go in there, man. There's a cage on the front where you can't get in, but a bat could fly right through it. You know what I mean?
And it's state game land, so they can shut it down. You know, it's not.
Captain Caveman right there, floated through the mountains in PA. Oh, that's beautiful. Like go up to Ohio Powell or somewhere in the mountains and oh, it's crazy nice. Let's see here.
Beautiful,
XYZ Vector joined us.
Cheers, buddy. Your plant's looking great. They're getting
Cheers,
bigger.
guys. Yeah, they are.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Looking good.
thanks.
A lot bigger than the last time we saw them.
Yeah, well, they start taking off after the first 2 weeks.
Amazing what happens when you give them water and fertilizer, huh? And light.
Yep.
What's
They just
that
want more of
topping?
everything.
Not sure what the noise is.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
muted.
know.
Going
I'm
on.
not really hearing it.
I thought I heard something
I think it was
earlier, but it's been a while.
Ice and I chopping up something on his counter there.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
Thump, thump, thump.
It was like
Take
background noise to me.
I thought it was electronic.
Smart tells me I have selective hearing, so I was like, maybe I just selectively not heard that part.
Ice and I had a steak on that counter. He was tenderizing. That's what we was hearing him beating his meat.
All women have selective hearing. It's not just an affliction that you suffer with, dear.
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
Huh?
What?
Exactly.
What we've
Salt
got.
dry aged rump steak.
Oh, it's still thumping.
I like big
Hold
rumps
on.
that cannot lie.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
Big as my head.
Yes, it is. We got some nice looking stuff to go over today. One thing we got to point out is we did a test earlier and got Artman finally situated on audio. video,
That's right.
GoPro. He's now capable of going anywhere. You can hear him and see him the whole time. No cutting out. It was a nice thing. And I think that might be the first time and maybe a long time where we've had both audio and visual. Or
Right on.
Yeah, that's
Took a
gonna.
lot,
Well,
too, let
you
me
have
tell
lights on.
You got lights on
Took a
today?
new- Yeah, took a new computer and GoPro to do it though. So.
Sometimes you got to get the new equipment.
Let's go in stages
that.
of growth. Stages of growth would be XY first, then OK Jace, then Art Man. And then unless Ice and IRC person want to jump in, ours are in the dark. They're not doing so great, but they're in the dark.
I got lights
Yeah,
on
whenever.
whenever you want to see them, but I'm not in any hurry.
You know what? Seed person, you can't fit a category because you got
Everything going on.
from seeds soaking clear up to seeds falling out of buds in the other tent, you know, and flowering, smoke in between, and everything else.
Yeah, just tell me when. I'll be happy to show off whatever I got going on here. But I want to see XYZ setup.
This is a perfect
Okay.
grow right now.
So on the left, these three right here are the banana runts crossed with trop cherries, and then these three over here are the goth girls. Goth girls are starting to kick the Trumps, not Trumps. I got steak on the brain. Sorry. Thank you. Anyways, they're starting to beat out the banana runts, it looks like. So, and they're 13 days old, and yeah, they're starting to take off.
Oh, just a heads up. Anybody, and also specifically you, XYZ, but anybody that's growing it, the goth girl has seemed to be really touchy with the nitrogen, so don't give a heavy nitrogen feed. Like titrate it up.
Okay. Well, right now they're at 1,000 ppms roughly of, or EC, sorry, ppms, 1,000 EC, and they seem to be happy. But
Yeah,
I won't go
they look
much
great.
higher than that.
No, I was just giving you a heads up. You're experienced grower, so you know what when I say they're touchy on the nitrogen, you can figure that out, I think.
Yeah, they start turning really green. It's like, oh, back her off. But
Especially where your nitrogen source comes from. If you're using ammonium nitrate, it's taking up what do they call that, preferentially or whatever. It really can't stop it. You're going to tox it, you know.
I thought ammonium nitrate had to be broken down. I thought it was the other nitrate or nitrogen.
I got a perfect example for us to go over later.
Okay.
A lot of people think it's boring, including my wife, but someone like you and me will find it very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
I do. I mean, God is one of my favorite guys in all of science and hydroponics, you know. And I like the way he explains stuff. But your plants are doing great. 13 days old. That's absolutely firing on all cylinders. That's the peak growth I think you can almost achieve at 13 days from seed is about what you're seeing here.
Well, thanks. Yeah, but I'm not really doing much. The computer's doing it all. So, all I tell them. Well, I've been hand mixing newts, so that kind of sucks, but I'm working on it.
So you're working on a robot that's going to be mixing your newts for you then?
I already had that.
Yeah.
But I took that one down because it became unreliable as far as electrons, and so I'm building another one.
If you were, would you be interested in making some sort of joint rolling robot? Because I could use one of those.
Well, don't they have the ones that's just stuff tobacco into cigarettes?
I mean like articulated fingers that roll it for you, not some fast pre-rolled package
robot type of
shit. I need like a hand on my desk that rolls joints for me, made out of metal or something.
Licks it sealed for you.
It's like the thing from Addams Family, but it rolls joints.
the thing that just two hands come out and rolls your joint. And that would be cost prohibitive, my friend. It probably costs like 15 grand for such a device because it's got to be really fine with, most robots would just tear the paper. They're not that sensitive.
But now you guys see what I did. He's thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make a lot of money because you could probably program those two hands to do other things, and you open up your market.
Yeah.
Like Howard Wolowitz.
That'd be on an episode of Most Expensivest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got two inquiries for you, XYZ Vector.
Yeah.
One is number of fertigations per 24-hour day. Or are you doing lights on or lights off different, right?
So no, I'm just running a straight timer right now. I'm doing every 8 hours, so four a day.
What salinity?
1,000. It's coming in at 1,020 microsiemens or millisiemens, whatever it is.
Beautiful. 4 times a day. Gotcha. That's all I wanted to know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I think I interrupted.
That's fine.
What's that sensor you got hanging down there in your tent by your light? Is it a light sensor?
Which one? This one?
The one right by the temperature probe. Right by the temperature probe.
Oh, that's CO2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my cheesy CO2. I keep on wanting to print a case, but my 3D printer went bust, and now it's busy printing parts for my Ghoster. So, but once that gets done, I will print a case for it and case it all up. It's kind of ghetto right now. And then on the right side is a light sensor. It's on the tripod arm or the friction arm. Right, I just like
how you have the mentality of like, I don't need to buy shit. I can just make it better on my own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cheaper sometimes.
Do it yourself for the win.
Yep. Well, it wouldn't be a home grow if I just was able to buy all the parts. Now, would it?
Well, I
mean,
you're not going to be hands-on like that anyway.
Well, yeah, and I can also say, hey, I program this thing, so I'm actually in control.
Well, I'm sure the people that use your system in the future will be very pleased, and it'll be a lot easier for them. So,
yeah.
that's the whole point.
Cheers, Cheddar Bob.
Cheers, buddy.
What's up, Smart? What's up, Crispy?
Cheers.
Cheddar Bob, what's happening, buddy?
All right, XYZ, everyone else. Oh, not much. Just chopping down my bigger room here, and thought I'd come on, say hi to everyone.
Nice. Gonna get some Christmas buds, huh?
Yeah, some Christmas buds. Yep.
Nice.
Nice little glovies on. Yeah, I got a nice big room of Holy Communion I'm chopping down. I've got quite a bit of it done, most all the tops.
I don't know why. Every time when you let somebody in, this goes away, and I don't know if it mutes them or not. Are you muted, XYZ?
I muted myself. Cheddar Bob was saying, hey.
Okay. Every time you let someone in, it'll take it away, or someone removes themselves and goes into the back room for some reason and comes back or wants back in and takes us down again. But I apologize. Go on ahead.
Not a problem. So yeah, I'm excited for this grow. Like you said, they're doing good. I hope they stay doing good. So you know how it is. Anything can crop up, especially if you're not around to deal with it. So
yeah, when you're preoccupied and not home and all this other shit, it can easily creep in quickly. But so far, so good. It's nice to get them up and started strong. That always is a helpful buffer in case of the worst, you know?
Yep. But
So
what I find odd,
XYZ. I got a
what I
question
find
for
odd.
you.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at your unit here, and you got the supply line along the back. Is that a white cap on the end of it?
Yes.
Okay. So the spy's on the other end. All right. That's cool.
Yes.
I was
Well,
gonna
that's
say, you got those hose loose, man.
No, that's a one-way valve.
Okay, cool. Nice
It
setup.
will
Wonderful.
will let water out. It won't let water shoot out, but it will let air come back in. So when it after it's done fertigating, it'll actually suck all the water out of the lines.
Nice. That's real cool.
So yeah, it's a nice system. I mean, Jace has got one. What do you think, Jace?
Oh, I love it. Night and day difference from that last system I was running. And I think I'm saving a lot of water too, because it's very precise. You know, I'm only getting like right at 8 ounces per plant per event. So it's pretty efficient.
Yeah, I'm running 60 milliliters right now. So
Yeah, I think I'm up to 260 or 280, I think.
I think 60 milliliters is 2 ounces or 2 shot glasses if you're a drinker.
yeah, it's something like that.
That's a double shot. On the rocks. Hotball me. Hey, Jace, your shit looks good, man.
Thanks. Yeah, just chugging along, man. Just ready for these to get done. I swear these 2 plants in the middle keep growing on me. They got a little bit taller.
They have. I see that.
I swear these were perfectly level yesterday, and now those little bitches grew up a couple more inches. So I don't know. I might just leave them alone. It's only a couple inches. But kind of getting tired of stacking shit and rearranging stuff.
That's the stack grow. It's a stack grow. That's for sure.
Let me see if I can get you in on this.
Look at all the different levels.
Oh yeah, that short.
Look at the top though. Looking good, man.
That thing is tiny. It's got a lot of bud on it. It's stacked way. That bud is stacked all the way down the base.
Dense.
It's like one cola.
It is, yeah. It's. I mean, yeah, because the bud almost starts at the base of it. It goes all the way up.
Like my heart. Let's see it.
The purple penny droppers are starting to turn a little purple. Got a little orange going, getting a little colors going on.
Nice.
And that's
their name.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, not much going on here. Just kind of on cruise control. It's hard not to come in here and want to pick at a leaf or something, but just leave it alone, let it ride, man.
Yeah, that's
Zoom
good.
in on the center. Zoom in on those tall ones.
This one?
Let me see the tall ones right in the middle. Yeah, the ones you said were shooting. Oh yeah.
They're so pretty.
This is a blueberry muffin. This is way behind all the other ones, and it's supposed to finish first. Like, it's barely getting any trichomes at all compared to the one next to it.
I bet you they fill in. That looks like a wide gap. Yeah, that looks like a wide gap, but I bet you it fills in all the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like in here?
No, I mean like in between the nodes, from one bud to the
right.
next.
Yeah, right
it should all fill in from the top clear down to where you get the first two that kind of go pretty wide off of it, you know?
Yeah, that's why I like this one. It's stacked pretty good all the way down.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun looking at these plants.
This is hella jelly. This has the best smell in it so far. It's got the best nose. I like it the best so far. Most distinct.
How many weeks you got to go?
That's up for debate. Let's see. I'm on about week 4.5 now. These are supposed to finish in 45 days. These 3 in the front, which I doubt that. So I don't know. We'll see. That hella jelly might, but I doubt that blueberry muffin in the middle. It seems too underdeveloped to be finishing in, what, 10 days?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
14 days, something like that. But I just like I like the way this one grows better. I mean, it's like all the nodes are tight on the main stem versus like over here on this blueberry, you get a lot of satellites coming off. I don't like these. You don't get great buds off of those, but I mean, I keep them though because it's way up in that canopy, and I'll still get some good bud off of it.
Those are the tester buds that you kind of use those to decide when to get into the nice ones. It needs another week. It needs another week, and then all of a sudden you get your good ones out. That's how I do it.
Yeah, we always smoke those smaller ones first.
Gives you a good tester. Yeah, you're filling in beautiful, man. You're gonna have
It's a jungle in there.
You're gonna have her top to bottom, wall to wall for sure.
It is. Still a nice canopy.
Filled out nice. Can't wait to get that other tent going, man. I got everything coming in, so once this is done, I'll be running 2. So I'll have 3 in here and then 3 in the other one. That'll be a lot nicer already, I can tell.
Oh yeah, a lot of room.
Yeah, I just have 1 row of plants to work on, which this ain't too bad because I can easily reach the back of the tent. But if you got to fill around the pot, the one that's behind it in that back row, it gets a little tricky.
Well, nice looking grow though.
Thanks. Yeah, that's all I got going. Just cruising along.
The way it should be.
Doing good.
Yeah, amen to that. Don't always happen, but you hope it does.
We can take a peek in here at Cheddar Bob. He looks like he's got a full cage there.
Oh yeah, this is here. Just a sec. I'll take my gloves off and show you around. So this is it's my little bit bigger room.
Oh,
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 3x6s and a 4x4.
Yeah, you got a lot of work.
Yeah, I got that one chopped. This one's all chopped. Mainly all the tops are gone. This is just like the under stuff that I'm gonna leave for a little bit to mature. Same with that one, and then.
Oh, we lost your video feed.
There we go.
There you go.
Power button. I hit my power button. And I got this one to finish chopping, but kind of, we kind of threw this room together really quick to get stuff growing, and should have set up double trellises. The plants got too tall and too high to the lights and all that, all that rushing stuff that, you don't really plan for. Growing a new cultivar, not really familiar with it or anything, so yeah, that's basically what I've been doing.
But loving your new room, that's awesome.
Yeah, pretty psyched about that. This is all the Holy Communion Pith Coast Haze. If you guys heard anything about that.
J5's asking what makes up the Holy Communion and who's it from?
Holy, we gotta get you.
Yeah, let's get on that one. Hold on 1 second.
I gotta see that. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Look at him gloating. He's got a smile. I don't blame you.
That's ear to ear.
You're right.
We're lucky here to see. Like J5 has got all the big buds. We had G-Bay coming on with stacked buds behind them, and now seeing you with this is so freaking cool, Cheddar Bob. Thank you for coming on and showing us this.
Oh, well, you guys, thanks for always being available. You guys are some of the most accommodating, friendly hosts out here going right now.
You're proud as a game rooster, man, and I don't blame you. The pride that comes along with harvesting something like that is it's deep and profound.
That's some beautiful medicine there.
Yeah, and so the PIF is I don't know what the Holy Communion is across of. It's Lobster Family Farms. It's the one he won the PIF Con with. I'm just helping him out and growing a couple runs for him. So he's got that, and the full trees over here are pineapple PIF, which, man, I haven't smelt a true pineapple like that since the early 2000s, I'd say.
Cool.
It's quite lovely. So yeah, but this is my drying room. I think I'm gonna have to put up a couple more a couple more lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in a minute.
That's a
Get
good
back in a
problem
minute.
to have.
They're too close. Man.
Yeah,
To get rid of some of those. I
Yeah,
suggest
right.
Dylan to me.
yeah.
I'll take care of any.
Any loose ones?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Looking great though. Jeez, that's
Oh,
incredible.
thanks.
Yeah, good grow there. Y'all like that
Yeah.
time.
That's
Yeah,
next
we're-
level for us, really.
Well,
Shooting
Art Man,
for
you'll be having stacked buds behind you soon too, right? Aren't your plants getting close to?
Yeah,
Yeah, what are we
Yeah,
gonna
they're
get to
getting
look
there.
You'll be
at?
having some sticky scissors as well, right?
absolutely. Another week at least, I think.
Hey, that Holy Communion is Holy Grail Kush crossed to God's Garden. God's Garden is Forbidden Fruit crossed to Martian Punch Bowl.
Damn.
Ooh.
Sounds like teenage or high school sweetheart. A little bit of something, a little bit of everything.
So you guys were asking about the robot part of the grow.
Yes.
Let me drop off and join back in on my phone, and I'll show you around that part of it. It's in the garage being built.
You have a robot?
Oh, behind.
It's in there working on his car.
He is a robot.
Kinda, not really.
I was gonna say the only robot here is me.
No, XYZ is a data nerd for sure.
Hey, if C person or Art Man, either one of you guys or us and I, anybody wants to jump on and show their stuff, just let me know when and we'll get you in.
Yeah, I can go. Or Ice and I, go ahead.
All right, I'll quickly go because my rooms look quite shabby at the minute. I'm in the middle of sort of like cleaning and tearing it down and stuff, so everything's looking quite poor. But I'll show you. I'm afraid to show you when things look bad, look shit.
No, good and the bad. You've seen ours bad more than
More
good
than
lately.
Well, you know, I made classic error and fucking over fertilized. You know, I used to growing in pots, so I see them a bit yellow, so I dumped some roots in, and as you can see, I fucking burnt the shit out of them. But there you go. I'm just waiting for these to finish up. I'm just waiting for the seeds to mature. Pretty much, they're not popping out of there. They're only just sort of visible at the moment. I reckon they've got about another couple of weeks left for the seeds to be mature enough for me to. But yeah, like I say, here's what I do. Here's what I've done in the pots. They had a couple of days without light, freezing cold temperatures because I lost power for a couple of days. But like, we struggled through it. They were yellow at the end of it, so that's why I hit them with some newts. So I didn't want to make shitty seeds at least. I didn't want white seeds, so I made sure they got nutrition anyway. And I probably gave a little, probably way too much, and maybe I shouldn't have even bothered. Just warmed them up. But, yeah, this is the same plants. Just this one's in my living soil in the bed, you know. Like I say, I don't have to, when I plant in the living soil and everything else, I don't have to worry about it. It's just, you know, it's solid. It just performs. You know, it's sort of almost like set and forget when I go into the beds. No,
Almost like it knows what it's supposed to do.
Exactly. You know, it's got the buffet of food. I don't have to worry about none of that. No, you know, whether I put enough nutrition in there, because I'm using dry amendment. So I'm not. It's not like I'm only feeding it once at the beginning of flip and hoping I put enough in there to see it all the way through. Obviously, I didn't. I underjudged it in by a few weeks at least. Anyway, so yeah, they started to fade out really quickly. And like I say, everything else, like I say, the lack of light, the lack of heat, and everything else is took its toll. But there we are. We've still got some, you know, we've still got nice frosty buds on there. Just, you know, just got a bit of fucking burn. The leaves, just the leaves that took it, but the bud's still all right. Yeah. And so everything's pretty heavily seeded up. I don't know if you can actually. Let's see if I can see any seeds that are forming in there. Can't really see too many seeds in there at the moment, but you can sort of like. There you go. They're swollen coalexes, and they got seeds in. They're just not showing themselves. And this is that blood diamond, the lowers. You know, I just chopped off and left these lowers to finish up. They finished up quite nicely. It's all seeded up nicely as well. So we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be tearing this down and having a break over Christmas because I've got an inspection coming and everything else. And whilst I have the break, I'm considering putting a partition wall in and making a 6 foot row space so I can stop wasting all this light that I'm losing around the sides and everything else. See what I can do. Just make this room a little bit more cost effective and a little bit more
efficient.
Yeah, like you say, I've got instead of having two lights in here, I'm going to probably condense the room down to half. Might even get my veg and everything else into one room and get a little bit of space back around the house and keep the wife happy.
I think that's a grand idea because you know what they say about a happy wife.
Yeah.
It's an animal that's never seen. Sorry, Dave, I didn't know he's coming back into the room.
They always want to be happier.
Wait, am I not supposed to agree with that? I'm not sure. If I'm not supposed to agree with that. Thank you,
Wife.
It's a trap.
Wife, can I laugh at that?
Yeah.
Was that funny?
Yes, is it all right if I puff around the fellas once in a while? Yes, dear.
They're so immature.
Yeah, that's funny.
She knew you were going to laugh before you did.
Yeah. See, man, you can be up, man. Nah, right. I give my wife a hard time. She is the most down-to-earth person there is, and she often says, that's what she said before I can say it, you know? So she's one of those wives that I'm sure we can all appreciate.
It's funny. Right?
Or, yeah.
Mellow.
Before I show my plants, I wanted to say this so that I don't forget. I'm a part of a giftaway called the Heathen's Greetings Giftaway, and it's hosted by a person named Salty Crone. I'm going to put her link in chat, but we're giving away a bunch of stuff, so everybody should go sign up for that. I got like 6 seed packs that are going into my portion of it, and there's like 12 people collaborating for this, so yeah, go sign up for that. I just put it in chat.
Nice.
And let me get this tent open. I can't keep this tent open anymore because it just smells like a dispensary when it's open. The whole house. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, look at those colors.
So this is the Flapjacks Hunt. This one is my favorite. That one is going to get the cross, so I'm reversing this one. It's going to hit that one and a couple other things. This was the rejection Flapjacks that I didn't want. This pheno. I mean, it's still a great fucking plant, but it wasn't what I was looking for, so I'm just going to smoke that and be done with it. This is a 9-pound hammer.
Jinx proof.
Jinx proof. Good dude. I got another 9-pound hammer. I want to say it's this one here. This is that Flapjacks. It's been getting sprayed. I've sprayed it 5 times now. It's like every other day. I think.
What are you spraying it with?
This is the 2020 STS Plant Sex Reversal Spray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Casino.
I tried this other shit. I bought the Doctor's Own Feminized Seed Spray, and I bought it when I first bought it. It was $80, and it worked. Then I bought another bottle and it was $30 and it didn't work. So I went and bought this other stuff from 2020 that I've heard good things about. But yeah, so the Flapjacks is going to get hit to this one. This is a Fruity Pebbles AG. Not this plant. I have a clone of it that's going to go in here with the pollen from this one. This is the Goth Girl right here.
Nice. She's pretty.
It's very chunky. Here, hopefully I don't cut out, but close up on that.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
And then I'm getting ready for this seed thing over here. So I got, this is Flapjacks. This is going to get hit with that pollen, so that'll be an S1 on this, and then it's also going to. This one back here is the other one, so that'll be just the F2s. These are the 2 9-pound hammers that are going to get hit with it, and then I got that other one that was in there is this. This is the Hollyweed Crusted TKM10. I got 1 female out of the 4 that I popped, so that worked out. What else? Oh, these are also 9-pound hammers. These got left out, and they were completely flopped over. Both of these two, they got dried out, and I thought they were goners, but they bounced back, and they just got some crunchy leaves.
Made a nice couple.
This is the FPOG clone back in here. And then I got 3 Blueberry Train Max from Brandon Rust and 1 Oreos McFlurry here. And then this is the OG Kush Triploid or whatever it is. 3-node plant.
3 nodes.
I love it.
Looks cool as shit. Like a
So pretty.
It's like a triangle.
I like it.
It actually had 3 cotyledons. Oh, it has 3 cots.
Yep.
Yep. We had an Amy Aces that did that.
That's cool. Yeah. This is some other stuff. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I got a Pineapple Chunk, a Freya's Marmalade, and a Lola's Psychosis. From these are all from community members, but we'll see. They're backups. I might grow them. I might have to get rid of them. I got this going in the herbs now. This is the Green Crack to Platinum Float, the Goth Mom.
Nice.
Did you get to test it yet?
Yeah, it's delicious. I've actually had it a couple times. This one was really good. I don't know why it's not focusing.
Oh, it's frosty as hell.
It's very frosty.
Hold that notion for 1 second. I let the American one in here. It's going to make it. It made it small. I got cheers, Sal. Let me make him
Sal.
big again.
What's up,
Yeah,
Sal?
that looks
Oops,
frosty.
sorry.
Oh,
No,
you're
you're
all good,
good.
bro. Yeah, that's so. I've been trimming on this a little bit. The nice thing about the herbs now is that I can just leave it in here and leave it on, and it's not going to over dry it. So I'll get to it. It'll be perfectly dry when I trim it, and then put it right in the jar.
Nice.
Auto shut off, huh?
It shuts off after however long you set the timer for, but you can just have it. I just turn it back on or whatever. This is some of the stuff that's going into that giveaway.
Oh, shit.
So, just so you guys know, I was serious about it being like a big giveaway. So go sign up for that.
Is that joint going in there?
No, that's going to get set on fire here in a minute. But you get the nice box and everything, too.
You're smoking that dope, ain't you?
I finally got some jars built up again.
You're up there smoking that dope. Oh, that's a
How
nice
many
looking
weeks in
giveaway.
flower is that Goth Girl? See person?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. What did I write? 1026. So however long it's been since 1026. 5 weeks?
35 days?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ooh, that's looking good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. It seems like she's flowering pretty quick. Yeah, I haven't had any complaints. other than the heavy or the nitrogen sensitivity, but that's pretty easy to manage.
Ooh, we got some autos on the screen from Tao. Oh, ooh, they really stretched out on you, didn't they? You're muted.
Mute.
No hogwash.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I just turned the light on. It was off, so that's still looking droopy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to raise the light again. Look at that one's in the shade. This is I was in here last night or 2 days ago, actually, I guess. But yeah, they're really starting to fill in now. All right, hold on. I'm gonna raise the light right now.
Are you as high as you can go, you say, or no?
Well, he said he's going to raise it. So
He needs to.
I broke up. I couldn't hear what you were saying there. But yeah, these things really stretched out and filled in.
Wow.
They're definitely on their way to flowering. But yeah, I got to clean up the undergrowth now, I believe.
I agree. Some of that little shit's time to
A
go.
lot of little, yeah. These little things here can rip right off.
You got some well-established roots, man. They'll be able to focus that growth that would have went there up towards your tops and that, you know?
Yeah, them tall ones are about 2 feet tall, and these other ones are about 20 inches. But yeah.
Are you going to top them?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
I know my autos generally had one big long spear.
That's what I'm hoping will happen. And then some of these stems got monster on them. I don't know if you could see.
Ready to hold some weight.
wow.
You got a lot of lower shit you could clean up there, for sure.
Man, yeah, that's sick.
I'm gonna do that right now, actually. After I turn off my camera. But yeah, I still have the 400 in here. I'm gonna have to bust out that 600 for sure. Spread these out a little bit. Let the sunlight get in there. I mean, let the light get in a little better, maybe.
Yeah, pump them up, man.
But yeah, they're still looking happy. There's no deficiency looking. I saw one that had a little yellow, but I can't find it now.
1 out of 28 ain't bad.
Nah.
Beautiful.
But yeah, this one, that's stretching, look at it. It's all unhappy. Look at this, the leaf, like curled under, thin, and
Oh.
this one's looking not happy. Yeah. I think it might be too much nutrient in that little container. I don't know.
Nitrogen toxicity there, Tal.
Yeah. I think maybe it wasn't getting enough light to use nitrogen. I don't know, but
We were just talking about that in chat though, and Caveman made a really cool I thought it was really fucking genius. Just plant some cover crop on there to pull out the excess nitrogen. And I was like, that's fucking genius, smart. And also like really obvious once you think about it. But then he was like, you gotta just go back to the natural way. I'm like, yeah. So shout out Caveman for that tip.
Yeah, good call.
Hey,
all right, well
hey,
that's
Tal.
pretty much all I have to show, really. Hey. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, before you go, Tal, I got a question. This reminds me of something. Was it you that a long time ago you had some worm castings that you tried to grow grass in before you used it first or something?
Yep.
Is that you?
That was me, yep.
I thought so. How'd that ever work out? Or did it get abandoned?
It didn't get abandoned, but there's no real way to test it. So basically, I grew that wheatgrass in there, and it came up pretty damn good. It was 7 inches tall, and I just cut it, and then I used, what was left, figuring it pulled out a lot of nitrogen to grow the grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because when I read that, that's what I thought. I was thinking somebody said that, but it was a little different. And I was thinking, holy shit, he's right. I think he's here. That's cool. Yep. We'll let you get to your trimming.
All righty. No worries. Yeah, let someone else. I want to see what everybody else got going on.
Thanks for showing us your garden. That was awesome. Seeing the update.
Yeah, it's all looking good.
I'm a fan of the auto.
Yeah, looking very good, Tal.
Love it, Tal.
Thanks.
We still got XYZ.
That's right. He's going to give us the breakdown. The breakdown.
Shakedown, breakdown. Remember that song?
That's right.
You're busting.
You're busted.
It's like another 48 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a good show, man. So yeah, this is the res that's being built. I already got one that's running my tent, but there's the chiller right there, and then these are the spray bars. And there's the pump. Sorry, and the pump action, pressure center, and then the Knudsen-Dutzen valve, and then there's the other side of the chiller. And then this is the lid. Now, it has a ultrasonic level sensor, so that just shoots sound, figures out how full the res is. So,
Nice.
and then it's once it's done, it'll have.
Isn't it? Isn't that how whales detect sonar depth and shit like that?
Yeah, yeah. And there's the spray bars.
I speak whale. Fuck. Very fluent.
Oh, everybody speaks.
Oh, that looks
And then this thing. Slowly coming together, but my printers just keeps on screwing up on these parts. Only gets like a quarter way done, and then it just it goes crazy. But anyways, so yeah, that's the doser. So this is the robotic part of it, and then this is my custom. What?
I said peristaltic heaven over there.
Oh yeah.
What? How many are there?
12.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go on. Go back down to the board. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine. Then there's the EC sensor pH circuit that, that controls the pH and EC by adding more water. But none of the valves are on. We're about halfway done. I can't wait till it's done. Probably be Monday. So
hey, somebody in the chat earlier asked a question of, are we growing plants or plugging them into the matrix? And I'm really starting to question it after going over the garage of creation.
Yeah, plugging it into the matrix. Come on, man. I can't grow it.
I don't see a downside to it, or it's more of why aren't we doing more of this?
Well,
right?
there's got to be both ends. You got to have someone that's 100% hands off. Mother nature, water, sun grown, all that, and then the absolute antithesis. Is that what it's called? The opposite.
Yep.
Would be
XYZ
vector here. So, and then we have everybody else just falling in between. But I
I love it.
I love it too. It's so cool.
Lots of ingenuity going into this, and or what is it? Ingenuity.
Engineering, man. Get it right, Smart.
I know.
But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, well, it's not the Home Depot, it's the Home Repo. Change a couple words. Or instead of McDonald's, McYucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's what I've been doing, getting this put together all week. My plants really want nutrients, and I hate making nutrient batches, so eventually it'll be put together.
By hand. Look at you, huh? That's for the peasants. Mixing by hand.
Yeah, what are you talking about there, Smart? That's no fun.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff, man. I can't wait to see it come along. I know how much work and thought you put into this and prototypes and shit, and I know it's going to be successful for you.
Oh yeah. Well, it's based.
Look at Jace.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
He's using your system. Dr. MJ Coco has your system in his tent. Look at it. You can check it out.
I think automation is awesome. I mean, it really takes a lot of the work away from you. But the other side of the argument is people don't want to do it because they say it takes away from time that they could spend in their garden. But like me personally, I still spend that time in my garden. I just don't have to work while I'm doing it. I can work on my plants and just sit there and watch them if I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, enjoy more time watching this happen. That's always a good thing. And you guys know I do travel for work, so I wouldn't be able to really do this unless I had this automation. So
Yeah, I'm a blue mat guy. I hand watering is just too much room for error. You know.
Oh yeah.
I really like the automation of the blue mat. It makes it set it, forget it, check it once in a while.
Well, our friend, the real Texas rattlesnake, also known as Texas weed hopper, has a nice blue mat system rolling.
Well, and this is the electronic equivalent of a blue mat system, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the sensor. It knows how much water is present. And then, I can adjust it by a computer. You have to go turn your carrot heads, but I'm very intrigued by how the blue mat system works. And if I was running soil, I would definitely be using that over this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's way simpler, and as Murphy always comes into play, I mean, the more Rube Goldberg your machine is, the more things to go wrong.
Yeah, that's I like the I use the gravity fed system for the blue mat, which takes all power and electricity and right out of the equation,
Yeah, if I lose power, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of it. I actually run the system off batteries.
Generator.
Those are solar electric generators. I don't have my solar cells up yet, but I unplug it in the wall and it acts. It doesn't care.
Cheddar Bob, you run organic or synthetic?
I'm sorry?
You run organic or synthetic nukes?
Yeah, I'm living soil. Yeah.
Yeah. Blue mats, in my opinion, are perfect for that situation. I don't know. I researched them before I went this route, and it seems like they're not really good for synthetic nukes. It's better for irrigation than it is fertigation.
They say that you can run nutrients through them, but then you get your salt buildup, then you got to put stuff in the lines to clear the salts out, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with blue mats. Like, you don't get the runoff like you do with a traditional system.
Yeah, and I'm such a lazy grower. Like, I want to do other things besides play around with my plants, and that's why I do the beds and the blue mat, and I just put them in there and let nature take its course and deal with the results.
I agree with you, Cheddar Bob. I'm lazy as I'll get out.
I think this question's for you, XYZ. Can you see it on the screen?
Oh yeah. How often? Basically after each grow.
And what do you usually clean those out with? What substance do you run through there?
CLR, DI water to rinse it off. Sometimes I'll do like chlorine, but that fucks with all the seals. So I'm trying to get away from using chlorine.
I wonder if you could run that, what is it, SLR? Is that what it is? SLR?
CLR.
Yeah, but there's like a natural enzyme, SLR20 or something like that.
I'm not sure about that.
SLF 100 maybe?
Yes, SLF 100. That's what it is, Sal. Thank you.
Ah, cool. SLF.
That's like also like a salt enzyme breakdown sort of thing.
Some people use hypochlorous acid or whatever. Is that what you use, Jace?
Yeah, that's what I use on mine. Well, that's just to maintain for flushing. I'll use that too. I'll use like a super concentrated dosage of that, or like some commercial grade hydrogen peroxide. Kind of the double whammy, just whatever I can to get through it and clean it out.
Yeah, I hate cleaning too. So like all the really deep water culture and stuff like that, I was like, nope, that is going to take way too much time.
Yeah, that's the downside of automation. I mean, it comes with its own drawbacks. You got a lot more maintenance associated with it.
Yeah. I watched that Preston Bjornson, I think is his last name, on IG. And he's like a plumber by trade. And so he's got his fucking setup just like immaculate, like lines are straight. There's neon colors and everything, and it takes them like 3 weeks to break everything down and clean everything up. And I'm like, wow. Whereas though, I harvest and the next day I can put plants right back in the soil.
Nice.
XYZ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd never heard of this. It's a cleaner descaler you mix in with your newts. Now I know crop salts make nutrients, but I know that's what OC Grower uses, crop salts. At least he had at one time. Those of you who know who he is, OC Grower 76. Artman's given away a lot of his seeds, and those seeds have been grown with crop salts. But I like that, something that descales and shit as you go. The thing that kills us is our silica. The way we potassium silicate, very, very quick to polymerize and really mess up our pumps and shit like that.
Monofilm.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to be careful with that. I mean, the Armor SI has been the most difficult chemical I've had to deal with. I had an original setup long time ago, about a year and a half ago. I had acrylic holding tanks, and it literally polymerized to the acrylic.
Oh, like it's a covalent bond that's hard to break, man.
Yep.
It's a solid by nature, so it's not very soluble. Just regular silica is not soluble.
No, it's not.
That's funny.
Oh, look at this.
I don't think I've heard the word covalent bond since high school chemistry.
Oh man. Yeah.
I just had a flashback. Man. I just had a flashback to getting detention.
You want to hear a funny story? One day I got it messed up one time years ago on Jack Greenstock's show, and I think the American one was there. I wrote convalescent bond in the chat, and the American one was like, "What kind of bond is that? Is it in a wheelchair?" I'm like, "Oh man, it was going to be the businessman right on there."
Oh, it's gold.
That's hilarious.
Artman's on the screen. Let's check it out.
What we got here is the soil test or experiment I'm doing with the Flow OG. It's a little light.
The soil experiment. Can you tell us a little more about your soil?
Well, I just want to make some pollen. This is Pro Mix. So,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you in soil before, Art.
No, this is something I've never done before. I just told somebody and said I'd never do soil, but I'm a filthy, stinking liar. No, I'm doing it for I want it separated from all the other stuff.
One of us. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Seed person, you're a bad man.
Hey, are you using the same nutrients? In both?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I am. Yeah. And this is, I just scalped this slow plant. It'll be my clone for the next one. This is the Harlequin.
Ah.
Look at the nodes in this sucker. They're like a 1/4 inch apart. So I had to clean out quite a bit of it. I wanted it to be taller. The seed description said 7 feet. I don't think it's going to make it. Now, I did start a little bit. So, but I've also got little clones over here of Harlequin. I want to make a bunch of it for medicine. It's one
you
of
like
the
that pulse?
plants. Huh?
Do you like that pulse sensor?
Yeah, I do actually. Oh yeah.
Does that do like the CO2 and the light and all that?
This one is not. The one in my flower room does. It's a Pulse Pro. But this is a Pulse, and I also have a Pulse in my drying room, so I can check everything from my phone wherever I am.
Yeah, some pretty nice sensors.
Yeah, I like that. That especially, But the medicine part of this is important, and I want some more. This is one of the only cultivars I've ever had that can stop a headache. And I kid you not, I'm not a holistic medicine person. They will. It does real good. But anyway, and I'm not taking you in there at the disaster. So. All right.
Wait.
Everybody's giving you crap about your soil art.
Thanks a lot. Should have never thrown that. I should have hit it.
Cheers, skunk
So
ape.
this is my black cherry garlic crossed with chopped cherry.
Oh, look at that.
It's beautiful.
So really,
Do you get the garlic from it?
I don't smell garlic. I don't smell cherry. We'll see what happens in the cure though. So, these things
Are you
just
still
constantly
smelling?
stuff.
Are you still
glue?
smelling like the modeling clay?
No, it's
You said
no, it's glue. It's model glue.
blue. That's right.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. It's still there. Smells great though. I know it sounds weird, but it smells great. These girls are really chunking up. They got about a week to go, I think. Maybe 10 days. Getting some frost on them, but of course this is my system. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's 4 slots, 4 different slots. Now the 2 of them filled. I usually only fill 2, but because I have big plants. This one, it really filled out with another. Hang on a second.
Yes, it looks good.
Oh, it's amazing.
It did real good. I'm very happy with it. That's the Bean 420s, black chili garlic and crossed chopped cherry. And this one here, look at the color difference from that one to this one. They're the same plant. This one here is a clone off of that mother, and it's only about 2 weeks behind it. But when I put it in here, now I've covered this before with some people. The mother was a more mature plant when I brought it in here. This one was a clone. It was only about a foot tall, so it had to grow to get to the right light. I don't know if that accounts for the color of the green, or anybody in chat have a theory? But I know these are real nice looking.
It's got
That is odd.
I think it'll
change.
change.
Because that one was well, at this stage though, that one was already turning purple. This one has the same smell. It has the same smell, so. But yeah, it's just green. It's just weird. I think this one was a less mature plant because it was only a foot tall when I put it in here. The mother was probably 8 foot or better, and quite a bit bigger too. So.
Is that closer to your mini split?
Is it what?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you get a cold snap that might have triggered it to start producing the anthocyanins versus the other one?
I don't think so. Now, both of them came in from the same veg room, and the temperature and humidity was already set when I put them in here, and it stays about the same.
They were clones?
Mini split. So no,
is there something in the tank that's close to the one but not the other? The root zone.
Oh no, not really. And they're off the floor. It's not sitting on the floor. I've got it elevated about an inch or so it's not laying on the concrete floor. And
like, does the water come in close to one of the plants and anything?
Yeah, it does. It's on that end.
So the water coming into one is going to be colder, maybe? I don't know. I'm just trying to troubleshoot, just out of curiosity.
Really.
All right, did you say they're from seed?
This one, the mother is from seed, the other's from clone. That's something I didn't even consider.
The purple one, though, is next to your mini split, is it not?
Yeah.
It is next to the mini split, but the mini split shoots straight out toward the wall. It doesn't go that way at all. I made sure that the blast, now it does a little bit, but it's not that much different. And to be honest, the plant that grows in this corner is usually the one that gets the biggest and the best. So I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, Cannabinoids in the chat says the clone had more vigorous root zone. The mother can grow slower than clones. So I'm not sure if that helps, but yeah, that's pretty wild, that light green.
Well, Ike and I said this is over here is by the mini split, but if you look at the one way over there, now if this side of the plant is by the mini split, would that turn purple over there?
It's a good question.
Because I've had them close to this wall before I had this foam stuff on it, and this side of the grow turned purple because of the temperature. It was just radiating cold. So this is just an idea. I'm just wondering, just
Yeah, it's
throwing
not
it
like
out
you're
there.
upset or anything like that, but it's cool to see
Oh, I
those
don't care.
anomalies and question them, you know?
Hey, they both look really good though, and they both smell the same. This one smells a little stronger, but it's about 2 weeks later, so that makes sense. So anyway,
I
Hold
think
on,
the
I
green
gotta
one
mute
gets
you.
you higher though.
we're gonna find out. I'm gonna see what the taste is like and the buzz. I'm gonna compare them both. That's a great
It's funny
idea.
you say that because we grew purple tie and it never got purple
Sorry,
at all. And
Smont, my connection. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you good.
My connection like cut out or something, and it dropped to the
you're
screen.
good.
And now it's telling me my mic is muted. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
Come on in.
Yeah, I actually,
And
my battery's almost dead, so I gotta jump out there, guys. But thanks for being on. Thanks for letting me on. It's always
always
a
a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Yeah, good
Oh,
hanging
that
out
grow
with you,
is
man.
amazing.
It's always nice to see you guys. So, but
Great
I'll be
grow.
watching. I'll be watching from chat.
It was awesome. Always a pleasure, Cheddar Bob.
Cheers, buddy. Oh yeah, you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yeah.
A lot
yeah.
done, a lot
Have
more to go.
Everyone have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Later.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. All
Uh-oh.
right.
Oh, peace out, Cheddar Bob.
I'm coming, Art. Hold on a second here. There we go.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Woo!
Well, even the lower buds are really dense on this bad boy. They are.
Look at it.
There isn't much larf at all. Even like that's about the closest to larf I'll have, and it's really
Nice
solid
buds, too.
stuff.
Yeah.
It is. It's a little different structure, but smells the same. Anyway,
Properly
and
lit.
the GoPro and my volume audio is great, so I'm very happy now. I can
Nice.
stay in the room a little longer. So.
Yeah,
It's
man.
nice to get the slow, proper tour of your room too.
You can go around and show us all your stuff now that we can hear you.
Yeah,
There we
I will next time. It's really filthy in the other room. It's bad. It's destroyed. I'm mixing stuff, but anyway. But it was a good one. I like this. This is great. Now I can give you a good shot. All right, whoever's up next is you got it, man.
Looking good, Art, man.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Steve Person's back.
Yeah, sorry, Art, man. I kept losing connection, and it would like drop back to the main, panel, and then he'd have to put you back on the big screen. That was my bad.
Look at them. It's all good. There we go. Actually,
Ooh,
I'm liking that.
That's what I had for breakfast. 2 dippy eggs.
What's that? What?
2 dippy eggs.
Yeah.
That's what we call them, dippy eggs.
Runny.
Runny. Okay. What was they called?
Over easy.
Eggy toast. Instead of French toast, they call it eggy toast.
Or what's that one, like egg in a hole, where you cut a hole in the toast and put the egg in the middle?
Let's grab it.
What do you got
Can
on
you
it, man?
bake? This is the little cartridges. Goes into my new vape here, my Venti vape. You drop them right at the top. You drop them at the top there, so it isn't loose flour. And it just
That's a good vape.
Very cool.
It's very nice unit. It's
That's a
real high. My lungs have been heavy, so I decided to go with a vape.
It does make it easier to hit.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, you're not burning all the extra other stuff. I still like joints, don't get me wrong. I just need to lighten up a little bit without quitting.
That's a nice piece of equipment, man. German built, lasts forever. They have like lifetime warranties and shit. It's expensive, but it's well worth it.
Well, you sent me that one, same company. Well, some of the parts will work for this. So.
Yeah, like those little pre-fillable cartridges and the grinder,
including the little cartridge. Yeah.
Yep. It does look like a breathalyzer. It looks like you're taking a breathalyzer. No, we lost somebody. Seed person left again. He can come back if you can come back if you need to, bro. Try again. We're gonna have to roll up. Where did XYZ Vector go? He's
Oh, he
sitting here.
dropped off too.
He's
Oh,
not
there
with
I
us.
am.
Oh, there he is.
Jeez, I thought
Hey,
you was
Gabe.
with us the whole time, man.
That's one impressive system you got there, XYZ. That's amazing,
you.
man. Did you design that with the 3 laws of robotics or not? 'Cause, you know, it could.
No.
It could
No,
achieve sentience.
So they can hurt humans?
Yeah,
That's the reason. Yep.
if you get in its way, yeah, it'll spray you in the eye. I'm sure you've had that happen.
Put your finger in there and see what happens.
No.
Dang, pickle
That's cool,
slicers.
though. That is cool. No pickle slicers. All right.
No, I'm not allowed to use those anymore after Smot's unfortunate accident.
Yeah,
I believe it's an
screwed.
incident, not an accident.
An incident. Oh yes. I always like the one with what Jace came on with the new icon or whatever with the pickle getting sliced.
Oh, yeah. Gotta give Smart a hard time. He deserves it.
No, if you're not ribbing him, he's not getting wiser.
He probably don't think you're his friend if you don't give him a hard time.
Yeah.
So did anybody catch any of the Black Friday deals at all?
Oh, right there, buddy.
I got 2 lights.
What'd you get?
2 new lights. Yeah, I had to keep up with Jace. I had to get an 2 FC 4000s.
320 watts of goodness, man. Those are some good lights.
Yeah, mine are only pushing 220, and yeah, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, because I was looking at other lights, and they were like that micro. He had one for a 2x4, but I think it was only like 250 or 270 watts, and that just seems a little low for me. Had a decent power map on it though.
Yeah, well, I like
3,000.
the 3000. I don't
That's
like
good
the
for a
bar.
2x4. It's a 2x4 though, but
Oh, the SPF or whatever that is, that kind of like greenhouse looking fixture.
one long bar.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
I bought
like
me
the
one of
long bar.
I bought that Herbs Now dryer. It was on sale. Normally it's 200. I got it for 139. So it was
Good.
Yeah, it was 30% off. So I got that and the 3 extension trays for I think it was $180. I might need 2 of them, so I'll wait and see when it comes in. I'm gonna get a seed person on speed dial to teach me how to use those.
I want to hear about that. That's more within my range than a Canitrol.
Yeah, $180, and it holds up to a pound if you can stack it in there properly. That's what the guy told me.
We'll see. You will tell us. Give us the lowdown. T person already does, and he likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, another thing too is it dries it so fast. I mean, it's only 3 to 4 days. So, like in my case, I'm running different strains. So if I get a set that finishes, I can dry it, and then if the other plants take at least 3 or 4 days longer to finish, then I freed up my dryer, so I can just reload it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, Smart, what's your Canitrol's limit? How much can you put in there?
Got it loaded pretty fat.
2.2 pounds, I think, is what they recommend wet weight going into it.
I bet you we pushed 3 or more. We had it the very first time we had it packed, man, and it did all right. But they told us, don't do it. You're running the risk. It's only meant to handle so much. So we end up getting another one.
But you can hang your plants, like a pro tip recommended by Canitrol is to hang your plants for 24 hours to remove, to 24 to 48 hours to remove that initial water weight, and then put it in. You can get a lot more than your 2.2 pounds. You're lost a lot of that water already.
And they do lose a lot, as we all know, that first day or two, man. That's a good percentage of moisture comes out of them.
Yeah, if only those buds stayed the same size before you dried them as they did afterwards.
We always say week 5, man. Whatever your buds look like at week 5, that's what they're going to look like when they're dried and cured, you know?
Shrinkage is real.
Yeah.
Good question, Satan. Canitrol, it does contain the smell as long as you leave it closed. But my wife and I are pretty nose blind from growing, smoking, everything else, so we don't smell it, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't, and it's always in the room with the grow going on. So I feel like it's pretty much contained as long as you don't open the door up. And I don't like to open the door and disrupt the metrics anyhow, and let like a lot of dry or moist air in or whatever. I feel like once it's sealed up and closed, I just kind of leave it go, you know.
It's only 8 days, so we can keep it closed for 8 days. And Smot's right, not a lot of smells going on coming out of it, especially when we have the tents closed and the filters running. I can open that door in there and not smell weed. But like Smot said, we're kind of nose blind, and we don't let anybody in there. Nobody but you folks here at this engagement.
And Mimsy.
Yeah, Mimsy goes in there. That's her grow. She's like, this is my house and you aren't going to exclude me.
We can restrain a cow.
So
It's
how's
too much
your harvest? How's your harvest tasting there, Smot?
Great.
It's tasting really good.
We're
Smooth.
smoking on it now. The AK is my favorite so far. Boy, is it danky, man. Very danky. Has the tightest buds of all of.
Was that Statue of Liberty you had in the back, that 4-footer or whatever it was?
No, that's not that. He's talking about the AK. The one, that big, giant, tall 3-footer or whatever it was Sky Cuddler crossed with Black Widow from our buddy Thunder Dan.
It's in the can
And
right
it's in
now.
there. Yeah, it's in there right now. And when we were chopping it down, one smelled nasty and weird, and one smelled awesome. From my point of view, one was really funky and had like I could smell it like almost like a cheese on the back end, and the other one smelled of, it just was danky, like good stuff. Anyway, then we have like a grapple fritter that smells like pineapple, kind of like, I mean, it smells so strong of pineapple. When we chopped the Sky Cuddlers first and put them in the canitrol before we even turned the thing on to do its process, because we had 4 plants to trim and we just went in a row. And when we put the grapple fritter in there and closed it up and did our final plant, when we opened it up, that's all we could smell was pineapple. It overtook the good, like, dank weed smell of the one Sky Cuddler and the funky gym / cheesy back end smell, and those mingled together and overtook all of that, and everything smelled like pineapple. So I'm really excited for the grapple fritter. We took one down already. She doesn't smell like pineapple, but she tastes really good. She's smooth.
And that does sound good.
One thing about the canitrol, what it does is you can have, this sounds crazy, I know, but you can have like a whole jar of buds, man, and you won't get a real strong smell. But as soon as you break a bud open, the whole room smells freaking dank. It's wild how it like locks it in, man. I don't know how it does it, but yeah. It's pretty freaking cool, man. But anyhow, I see our buddy J5 with some dank nizzies on the screen.
Happy Sundays, y'all. Big up
that?
to Buddy Kilowatt. I'm puffing on some cheetah piss here.
Buddy,
smoking it or trimming it?
I'm smoking it.
All right. It looks hard. That's what I wanted to hear.
And I wanted to show off my new slap.
Nice.
Seed Person 1.
What up, Seed Person 1? Also got the goth girl in hand, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
He has some technical difficulties, but he's in the chat, man.
Yep, I saw him earlier. Thanks for the hookup there, Seed Person 1. You'll be something heading your way on Monday.
Ooh,
and
reciprocity.
And Tao received his package, he told me, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
I'm very stoked. Thank you.
Did you break out the seeds out of those mother buds yet?
I didn't open up the black container yet. I just checked, make sure it was there. And I saw the bag seed ones in the little paper. I checked those. Yeah.
Yeah, inside there, I figure it's kind of cool if you can to give a taste of the mother along with the seeds you're gifting.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, so there's a little sample of some Donnie Burger and something else in there. I can't remember.
Who's better than J5? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, enjoy.
All right, I'll get into that in a couple minutes too.
Back to you.
And back there. I'm stoned, man. I'm reading the chat.
I'm trying to get there. I slept in late today. I didn't make the caribou wake and bake, so I'm kind of out of sorts.
Oh no!
Oh, you got to do that. Hell yeah! Always hit
So Smart, what's going on with your grow there? You got lights off right now. I saw you put some water in the title of the video. You got water problems?
RO water. No, that's the next thing. That's the first thing we're going to try to see. Everybody knows we've been having some issues, and we're going to see if it's our water by getting some RO water, changing that one thing in our equation. I think maybe they changed something in our water. I don't know. So we're going to give that a run with some fresh seeds.
We're going to be popping seeds soon, and I'm stoked.
We're just going to test that by itself, and if they do good, then I'll assume that we kind of maybe found the issue. If they don't, then we can go ahead and try to change possibly nutrients or possibly even, depending on how far it goes down the line, try a couple other things, I guess. And but I think we've got it narrowed down to just one of a few things, and we'll try to change something up. That's our next move is our RO water. And
one other thing, on that subject, is that a new tent to you?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, is that a new tent?
Well, we have. It's an old tent we just set up for this.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking. It's not that we're not growing those plants in the new 2x2.
Because I remember some time back, a lot of growers were having problems and they couldn't work out what it was until they realised the tent. Sorry, I got my mouth full. Their tents were off gassing.
Oh, you mean like brand new tent? Like the
these
smells of the plastic and all the shit that goes into it. I got you. No, it's not a new tent, man. Not a new tent.
That new tent smell, not so
good.
No.
Yeah, so that'll be our first try to see if we can find out, because we have a standard operating procedure that we used for years with success. Never changed anything, and then all of a sudden our growth started changing on us, and we were like, we're using the same thing. Something's changed in what we are using, not our practices. So we have to kind of go through and see, like, do we have 2 pH meters possibly off? They're a little bit off together, so we question that. Do we have are we having issues with look at the
I'm sorry, that beautiful face. Like, now I can't even pay attention to what you're saying.
Look at
that.
Hello.
Look at, I want to give that cheek a little squeeze for me, Iceni.
Hey, buddy. The dog was
Little Asinine clone.
The third,
cute.
not Junior.
Too cute.
Yeah, you can see the proud looking Asinine whenever he's hanging out. They're a lot of fun. The little kids are so much fun, especially you could send them home with someone, right? Get them all, feed them some sugar, some chocolate, and send them on home.
Spoil them rotten.
Yeah, spoil them a little bit, send them on down the road. That's always
I'm a grandpa.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I know how that works.
People always they're like, how come my parents were so rough on me? But with my kids, they give them everything they want. You know, they really baby them. Why didn't I get that, Mom and Dad, when I was young? And it's just like a generational thing that happens every generation, you know, and it's going to continue that way on and on. Funny to watch that, though, isn't it? Oh, all right. Yeah, we have some good topics, man. Seeds ready to go.
Yeah, we got the seeds ready to go. We're gonna be growing some seeds that we made our own self that came out of our mistaken fiasco.
Yeah,
grows.
they really sprout. They're very vigorous, you know, and if they die, like Ivan Drago said in Rocky, if they die, right? Pancake Wilson.
Starburst 36.
Pancakes. That sounds like a seed person, something he would enjoy because he's
Yeah,
looking for
right?
that.
Well, he likes the maple, yeah.
The maple pancake.
The flapjacks, yeah.
Favorite plant of his.
Yeah, I'm kind of stoked on these Starburst crosses.
Right on.
That 36 is supposed to be a tasty hasher.
I love Starburst.
Again, shout out Buddy Kilowatt. Thanks for the hookup.
Never had one of those. Starburst.
And the pancakes Wilson was something Buddy made by accident with a late showing male, which in my opinion is the best one to miss because those late showing males typically freaking produce some fire. Back to you.
Take it, Clyde.
Cheetah piss doesn't taste like piss, by the way.
I was
It's quite
muted,
delicious.
man. I sneezed and had to mute myself and forgot.
Yeah.
Where do
Definitely
they come up with some of these names, man? It's like it just doesn't sound good, like halitosis, but
That's a burner creation. Yeah, I wish he would have came up. It doesn't even, like, I was spelling it out the other night, and it's like, God, I don't even like writing that. Cheetah piss. But yeah, it's hella dank.
It's like that cologne and Anchorman.
Sex Panther.
Panther piss, yeah.
Works 100% of the time, 69% of the time.
Yes.
That's a pretty good average right there.
Smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Oh.
What up, chat? I see Hooli up in the house. What up, Mad Dog? My friend from across the pond.
Oh yeah, I know how you like Ellen DeGeneres over there now. She left our country.
Oh, she's running, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
She didn't just leave, she ran. It's quite from what I hear, there's quite a few celebrities that are running because of P. Diddy might be dropping some information.
No, that's one that doesn't surprise me. I always knew she was kind of a freaking C word.
Oh wow.
Those white parties.
Well, hey, Iceni, next time you run into her, I hope you're driving.
Yeah,
I was wondering why everybody.
there's quite a few. Ashton Kutcher, there's quite a few people that are running away from the USA at the moment.
Yeah, mass exodus.
Huh. I'm oblivious, man.
Yeah, I have no clue what y'all are talking about, but I kind of like it that way, I guess.
I'm oblivious.
I don't think they were happy with the results of the election.
Oh,
That's what they're claiming.
Yeah,
I think they're afraid that their name's going to come up in a freaking paper.
In the States. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be questioning about Epstein. Epstein's list is going to come out and everything.
So they're running away before they get arrested.
Yep.
I'm glad I don't watch the news, man. I don't give a shit what happens to any of them fucking celebrities. They don't know.
I get my news from freaking YouTube podcasts.
There you go. Yeah.
From the chat. The chat is where I get my news. Otherwise, I don't have a clue.
I
better
got
understand that.
Stuff we have. That's the Those people are nuts. I can't relate to any of them. You know. Yeah.
Nah, it's a different world than the one we live in.
It is.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Everything's upside down.
What
if
up,
they've done
Fluff?
something wrong, I hope they get caught.
Yeah.
That's why people should grow more cannabis and be involved with this beautiful plant. You ain't got time for all that craziness. When you're mellow all the time, right?
We got I got something I could share, but I didn't want to bore everybody. I know it's towards the end of the show. We can check it out. It's the science behind nutrients in organics versus synthetics. And it's about 10 minutes long, but I like this guy. And he really, I think a lot of times soil growers are anti-science. Well, I think this guy, he kind of makes some points towards the end and why organics are quote unquote not bad or not that very indifferent or not less than, even though his channel is called Science and Hydroponics. So, and I learned from this, and I was hoping maybe somebody else would take something from it. And if nothing else, we can get a good topic of conversation. And so if people on the panel can maybe try to mute if you're going to make some noise, I'll see if I can share here and we'll do this. And if it ends up being shitty and you guys don't like it, you can let me know and we won't do it no more. But it's pretty cool stuff. I like it. Let me see if I can. Why is it not letting me use this as a share?
Maybe.
Would this be it? No, that's StreamYard entire screen. Why is it not letting me do it? Hold on a second, gang.
Technical difficulty. We might not be able to share.
I might not be able to share this one, huh? Maybe if I make it full screen. Nope. Huh. Maybe not. Damn it. I did it before years ago. I think we did one, but maybe that was Zoom that let me do it this way. Present. I guess I can't do it. I guess we'll have to do it next time. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's this one. Let's see. I'll have to watch my phone and see if it
There you go.
sharing.
You got it.
Yep.
We'll see if we can hear it.
Of scienceinhydroponics.com, and today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is the topic of organic nutrients and how organic nutrients compare to mineral nutrients. What are they made of? Do plants see any difference when you use organic nutrients or mineral nutrients? And is one better than the other? So we're going to talk about the chemistry of it, and after that, I'm going to show you some research around the topic of organic nutrients as they compare to mineral nutrients in hydroponics. So chemically speaking, plants need a bunch of essential nutrients to survive, mainly 13 elements that they require in order to survive. And the forms in which these elements are taken are, for the most part, the exact same thing between mineral nutrients and organic nutrients. So, for example, let's take potassium. So potassium exists mainly as K plus ions. And this is the only form of potassium that plants will ever use. And this is exactly identical in both organic and mineral nutrient solutions. So no matter where this potassium comes from, whether it comes from fish emulsion or whether it comes from a synthetic salt, such as potassium nitrate, it will always be the exact same thing chemically. So there is absolutely no difference. And we have a bunch of ions for which this is the exact case. For example, we have calcium, which is taken as calcium plus 2, magnesium, which is always taken as magnesium plus 2, the exact same thing regardless of the source. We have sulfur, which is taken as sulfate. We have iron, which is taken up as iron, normally iron plus 2, sometimes iron plus 3, but mostly iron plus 2. Manganese, which we see taken up mostly as manganese plus 2. Zinc, which is taken up as zinc plus 2. And then copper, which is taken up as copper plus 2. These are ions. We have an anion there, the sulfate. But these are, we could say, for the most part, identical in both cases. Whether the nutrient is organic or whether it is mineral, these ions will be the exact same thing. So is there any difference then? So you've noticed that some important nutrients are missing here. And this is because for some nutrients, there are very important differences. Let's talk about nitrogen, which is one of the most important nutrients for plants and very different in both cases. So in the case of mineral nutrients, we have mainly nitrate salts and we have ammonium salts. And plants cannot take either of these, but they really prefer nitrate as their nitrogen source. So in a normal, let's say in a normal mineral hydroponic solution, we will usually have our nitrogen split like this. So we will have most of it as nitrate, and then we will have a small amount that is present as ammonium that we generally put in order to help with pH balance, because ammonium uptake increases pH and nitrate uptake increases pH, ammonium uptake drops it. So if we introduce a little bit of ammonium, then we can balance the pH changes significantly. But then what about the organics? So organic sources of nitrogen are mostly are almost exclusively from animal or vegetable sources. And these have already been fixed and processed into proteins. So basically what we get in organic sources are proteins.
Watch this before drinking plant-based milks.
Oat milk latte.
Protein notes.
So what happens with these proteins? Proteins have limited availability to plants because they are quite large. So plants cannot easily take them up. So proteins then need to be broken up into basically amino acids. So they are broken into aminos, and then these are converted into ammonium, and then this ammonium is converted to nitrate. So in the end, this nitrate and this nitrate are exactly the same, and this ammonium are exactly the same. But the distribution is very different. In the distribution of an organic solution, we will have most of the nitrogen will usually be protein. And then we have most of the remainder, this thing will be aminos. Then we will have, let's say, a very small amount as ammonium, and then an even smaller amount as nitrate. So although this chemical form and this chemical form are exactly the same, indistinguishable, the presence in organic nutrients is way reduced. And there's also an additional caveat, which is that plants not only uptake these two, but they can also uptake this. So they can also uptake aminos, and they can also uptake proteins to some extent. So in an organic solution, we have the same things that we have here. So we have these two are identical. But we have these two additional things that plants can uptake. Is it better if they uptake these two things instead of these two things? We know they only need these two to grow. So these are sorts of additional things that they can take up, but it doesn't mean that it's better if they take them up. It is also interesting to note that this process here is carried out by what we call nitrifying bacteria, which are the bacteria that carry out this entire process of turning proteins into nitrate. And this process only happens at relatively high pH. So, or it is favored at relatively high pH. So this is why we have in a mineral grown crop, we have the pH is usually between 5.8 and let's say 6.2. So it's kept in this range ideally. And then in an organic crop, we will see the pH usually shift more widely, but it will be commonly between 6.5 and 7.5. And this is the case because the bacteria that carry out this process will favor a pH in this region, and they will fight to buffer the solution to this region between 6.5 and 7.5. So while the uptake of many of these things is not favorable between 6.5 and 7.5, this process that turns nitrogen that's in proteins into nitrate is favored at these pH values. So this is an important thing to consider. Now, the other nutrient that we're missing is phosphorus. Now, in phosphorus, we have in mineral hydroponics, we generally use monopotassium phosphate, KH2PO4, or ammonium phosphate as our main sources of phosphorus because these are soluble, readily available, cheap. So we usually pick these two up. However, these two do not exist in nature as minerals because they are too soluble. And there are very, 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 very few sources of soluble phosphorus that exist in nature as minerals. So in organics, what tends to happen is that we use less soluble forms of phosphorus, mainly calcium phosphates, different types of calcium phosphates, which are generally things like bone meal or let's say rock phosphate. So these are things of the, let's say, calcium phosphate family. Although not exactly calcium phosphate because these minerals are different and they have a slightly different chemical composition, they are all basically insoluble calcium phosphates. So there are some soluble alternatives in the organics. For example, we have, let's say, some of these monocalcium phosphate that we can find as seabird guano.
Seabird guano.
And then these here that you have, this monopotassium phosphate is identical to this one you have here, chemically identical in seabird guano. So you have sources that are sort of exactly the same, but then mostly we use these insoluble sources that are used as amendments. Now, it is also worth pointing out that because of this higher pH, in an organic crop, you will have your phosphorus as H2PO4, but you will also have your phosphorus as HPO4 minus 2, because at this pH, this is further dissociated into this ion. So this anion has different uptake dynamics compared to these dihydrogen phosphate ion. So the hydrogen phosphate will play a role. The pKa of phosphoric acid, this pKa of this reaction between these two is located at pH 7, around 7. So this means that there is a really strong chemical buffer around 7. So organic solutions can reach pretty stable pH values when they are doing chemical processing in that area. Now, to that note, we need to talk about, are they better or worse? So is it better to have an organic solution where we have this process, where we have organic decomposition of proteins, where we have a higher pH, and where these are all basically in identical forms? Or is it better to just do like a regular hydroponic crop with mineral nutrients? So without going into the environmental sustainability of either approach, let's talk about whether in terms of yields and quality there is any difference. For that, I'm going to refer to this paper, Effects of Organic Fertilizer with or without microbial inoculant on the growth and quality of lettuce in an NFT hydroponic system, where these researchers basically took lettuce in an NFT system and grew it with an organic fertilizer that is basically fermented molasses fertilizer, amended with an organic source of magnesium.
All right, you guys still here? I don't know if anyone's
You
still
gotta
here,
account.
but,
You can't. You gotta account for the microbes, bro. It's the woo
you
woo.
got to account for the microbes. So some of the stuff that I saw there was that the amino acids, you don't get that in a hydroponics. You don't get some of those proteins, and a lot of that's just I went there just to show, like, it helps me understand the different forms of nitrogen and how they're uptake and how they affect pH, and and how things are different. People often compare hydro to soil, and I feel like when you find something like that, when you get down to a certain level, some of it's the same, some of it isn't, and that helps clear up the air. And I like to be science minded as a lot, and so if you're like me, that would appeal to you. Some people probably got the fuck out of here and was like, screw that, So yeah.
Well, Jace has got to thank Mr. Fernandez for the sensors he's rocking, because I consulted with this
All
guy
right. Well, the way
last
I
year.
look at it is, suppose you had a child. Congratulations. And the doctor says, look, we have the best science showing that the nutrients for your growing baby, we can intravenously hook him up, and he doesn't have to eat any food, feed him the nutrients through the IV, and he'll be the healthiest kid you ever had. Would you want to do that to your kid? Or would you want your kid to taste that food, suck on your nipple, and actually enjoy his food?
That's what we're looking at.
I vote nipple. I vote nipple.
I don't think it matters whether you're a child or a fully grown man.
Always the nipple, right?
Yeah, still vote nipple.
Nip slip. Wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, if you're growing in hydroponics, it kind of helps you understand what's going on. He has some other really good, I recommend people go check. He really does a great layout just like that about potassium silicate, monosilicic acid, how they turn one into the other, and why it's so expensive to buy, say, Power Psi or any sort of really choline stable silicate additive, and why we use potassium silicate in different things, and which one's better, is it worth the money? And a lot of times he will side against what you might think, because I like the fact that he stays pretty non-biased. You might think he's always for the science part of it or the laboratory, and sometimes he's not. When it comes to field crops, he'll say, like, you're better off it this way. And I really like the guy. I think he's very informational, and I think sometimes we do ourselves a disservice when we shut avenues down like that. I enjoy that stuff. Oh my God, seed person. That's a horrible thing. They were putting lactate in his. I remember House. That was the dude.
You wouldn't put lactating woman's milk in your coffee? You wouldn't do breast milk in your coffee? Why not?
Yeah, it kind of creeps me out. I don't know. I don't think I could do that either.
No.
Kind of creepy, but I don't know why it's so different coming from a cow's nipple than a woman.
I said it is really good for you, the colostrum especially. No, but yeah, there's stuff in the breast milk that sets you up for a good healthy life. So to say, there's bacteria species and whatever that gets passed through that. And yeah.
I got nipples. Can you milk me, Falker?
No.
You know, there's supposedly endocannabinoids in breast milk too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it helps keep the kids mellow. I think.
There you go, man.
It's all the precursors for all the endocannabinoid system are found in the breast milk. So yeah, like I say, I think a lot of why a lot of people are sick is because they don't get enough of these special fats that we find in dairy and milk products. And
They also
basically animal products, you know, and we are animals, you know, so they, you know, we shouldn't think of us really much too different, apart from we got a little bit of consciousness. But yeah, there's so much, you know, and when they talk about the plants and the synthesis of chemicals and everything, yeah.
They took the hemp out of our diets.
I'm gonna move because I can't think.
The
I saw you got your hands full.
The cows and
You
livestock.
got your hands.
We went from science and hydroponic to human breast milk in my coffee. So on that note, we're going to wrap this thing up. We got about 2 minutes left here. Hopefully I didn't bore anybody so much that they never come back and that you might have learned something. And I want to say thanks to the participants. Artman had to scoot out, and along with a few other people that was here earlier. Seed person, who else we missing?
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob was here. I don't want to miss anybody. So we appreciate everyone that comes along.
Everyone.
Ones that are still here, all the good interjection in the chat. And yeah, so we'll start around the horn here saying our goodbyes. Starting with the American one. And he's muted.
Sorry.
He was
You caught me off guard.
he was smoking. We can come back to you. Let's go with we'll come back. Let's go with Ice and I's ready.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Say bye-bye. Yeah, you. Say bye-bye.
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 Oh, there we go. Good stuff,
everyone. I'll catch everyone later on.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man.
Little mini me.
Yeah. Tal, you're up.
All right, Smart, Crispy, as always, thanks for hosting. You guys are awesome. It's always great to be here and seeing everybody's gardens and everybody in chat. Everyone have a great week. We'll catch you later on Grow. And yeah, peace out, everyone.
Peace out.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, Tal. Thanks, Hassan. Here's XYZ Vectors up next.
Cheers, chat. Thanks for the panel and Smart and Crispy for hosting. And you all have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon.
Thanks, XYZ. Up next, we'll do J5, Trimming and Smoking.
Thanks again to Buddy for the kick down. I don't know. Be good or be good at it. Peace out, Canna fam.
Cheers.
Wise
That
words.
chunk looks good.
Yeah, it does. Words to live by. Last but not least, OK Jace.
Did somebody say got milk?
Oh! Good shit, man.
Yeah, but cheers to the chat. Always fun hanging out with you guys. Panel, lots of good grows on today. And thanks, Smart and Crispy, for hosting again. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Grow love.
Grow love, everybody.
Thank you. Grow love, everyone.